He throw shots and then want to be buddy-buddy. You know what I mean? Saying all this stuff on Twitter and then run in my locker room and want to take a picture and all that type of stuff. I ain't bet. We ain't cool no more. None of that. That's it. That's what it is.
Gervonta Tank Davis recently revealed surprising details regarding a sparring session with Shakur Stevenson during their amateur days. We all know these two have a long-standing rivalry, and with a possible battle on the horizon, many people have been giving their ideas and predictions for the bout. But is Tank prepared for the fight? When can we see this great fight? And who does the boxing world think will win it? We have all of the answers to your queries in this video. The feud between Shakur and Tank has been brewing for a long time. To give you some context, these two are among the best fighters at lightweight, with both Tank and Shakur holding belts. Shakur especially has been longing to fight Tank for a long time, but the pound-for-pound champion has been avoiding his biggest rival.
What would be your hardest matchup? Devin Haney, Tank, or would it be Ryan Garcia?
Nah, Ryan, just X him out. He's trash. It's gonna be Tank. I ain't say it before, but I'm gonna say it. Like, me and him the big fight.
3 people in the world that I think that could beat Tank. That would be Devin, that would be Shakur, and Tank Davis himself.
You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me. Gervonta Davis. That's the only person. They not touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I
I feel you. I told you it's a 50-50 fight.
Ain't no 50-50 fight. How you gonna keep me up and you ain't got no power?
I was also told that Devin got the best of you in the last sparring session.
And you know I sparred him twice.
Right. And Bill
took him out the ring. I almost knocked him out in Floyd Gym. Did they tell you that? Did they tell you that?
I don't know, but I ain't hear that.
Okay. Tell to Devin and his dad to get out my. Tell him. Be prepared. Because after these first two, oh man, I'm coming straight at it.
Tank even picked Vasily Lomachenko over Shakur to fight his next fight after defeating Frank Martin via an 8th-round knockout in June. There was a glimmer of hope after a date for the fight was announced recently. However, both Shakur and Tank later confirmed it was fake and that they won't be fighting this year. Now, the reason why Tank isn't interested in fighting Shakur right now is that he doesn't see the appeal in fighting the current WBC lightweight title holder. Tank also didn't hesitate to mock Shakur when he found the opportunity and went so far as to mock his rival's boxing skills after his recent disappointing performances.
Gonna be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Cause he a good boxer. That's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. Go look at his fights.
So you
I
feel
probably
like
put him on game by the time
Hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like,
come on, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I touched him with 16-ounce gloves on. And he ran. Imagine if I hit him with 8 ounces. The guy is here too.
Who? What guy?
The one that
was there?
No, the one that he sparred.
Oh,
I mean the one that he fought.
Oh, Edwin. Yeah, you seen him? Yeah, I seen Edwin. Yeah, I saw Edwin in here.
Tell him rematch that guy.
Shakur has endured plenty of criticism from experts and boxing enthusiasts over the past few months. His latest bouts haven't produced spectacular knockout victories, unlike Tank. Nevertheless, he has managed to remain unbeaten and has fought in some of his hardest fights so far. He also had the perfect response to Tank, listing out the skills and abilities that make him an amazing boxer.
Tank is the face of boxing, and he get a lot of knockouts that people kind of making it like, if you ain't doing what Tank doing, then they say it's boring. Do you feel like it's because of how his style is that they kind of putting that on you, like wanting you to do that?
People is blessed with different ability. He's blessed with a God-given ability that he crack you 9 times out of 10, you're gonna go down. That's his ability.
Yeah.
I'm blessed with God-given eyes. A lot of people don't understand how good my eyes is. I can see really good. Like punches coming my way, I know how to get away from them.
Right.
At any given time. Our abilities are just different, so they probably are judging me from a scale of him, but at the end of the day, he's a great fighter. He's a special fighter, but I'm special in my own right too.
The rivalry and verbal sparring between these two make for an interesting fight, and the fans were eagerly anticipating this showdown. However, all their dreams were dashed when both fighters announced that they weren't fighting. Some even slammed both fighters for not giving the fans what they wanted. One user wrote, "Notice how quickly he and Tank come to let us all know the fight ain't locked in yet." Another user said, "Real ones knew it was fake. Tank isn't going to waste his time and get in the ring with the most boring fighter in the sport." A third user took a dig at Shakur, stating, "We know, bro, you would never fight Tank because you know he'll end your career by putting you in the dirt. When it comes to predictions, fans feel that both fighters have a chance of winning this one." One user said, "Nobody wants to see this. Tank is levels above that boring Betty." Another user who appears to be a Shakur fan predicted the fight, saying, "Great fight. Shakur wins it." So fans do feel that Shakur has a fighting chance of beating Tank in what is going to be a competitive fight. But what do the experts think of this clash? Does Shakur stand a chance? Tank's coach Kenny Ellis recently offered his opinion.
As far as him, you know, he's high in the rankings as well, right? So Bob needs to put him in there with somebody. Obviously, Bob needs to want to be like, hey, I can get you 3 opportunities, 4 or 5 opportunities for a title shot. Maybe make you come a 3-4 division champion. I think that's probably what he would try to do. Do you feel like he grabs a belt at 135, or does he not get the opportunity? Because I know you guys are there, and you guys are looking a little aggressive right now when it comes to snatching belts and getting the first dibs.
He gets snatch a belt. I mean, you can't snatch Tank belts, but that's why you can't be too buddies in this game with people, man. Because you know what I mean? He can snatch quite a few belts. I got him over Shakur. Keyshawn. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You say that strongly, Coach. Why you?
Because Shakur it's a grown man shit, and Shakur he can't hurt nobody. No offense, but it was evidence last night. But if Shakur was an orthodox fighter, I really think he's orthodox, because his right hook is good. When he throws left, it's nothing on that. If he was orthodox, he'd be a knockout artist. That's why I think it's important when the kid walk in the gym, the coach make sure they know if the kid is right-handed or left-handed. So
I think I asked them that question too.
Yeah,
like back in the day, are you a real lefty, or they train or they make you a lefty?
It's important that the coach asks a fighter, man. When they first walk in the gym, a kid, are you right-handed or left-handed, so you can start them out the right way. So when they grow, they can get away with it when they're kids and amateurs. But when you become a man,
yeah, because I think he writes with his right hand, and I think he used to play baseball, and he used to go on the right side.
Yeah,
I might be mistaken. I'm not sure, but that's a good. Yeah, because now that I'm thinking about it, you're right. That right hand, the right hook got a lot on it. His jab, he has a great jab. I think that he got away from that yesterday.
When he throw the left, ain't shit on him. Ain't shit on him. That's why you should always, when you're teaching a kid, put that dominant hand in the back, man. You know, even if they complaining for a few months, they'll get used to it. And that's listen, in the gym today, these coaches, man, they go to Walmart and they buy a pair of mitts and they think they're coaches, but they're not. Not talking about Keyshawn's coaches, but coaches in general. And they don't understand the concept. You gotta know what you're teaching, you know, with a fighter. You can't just have mitts and say, oh yeah, you're a coach. No, you gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah.
These fighters, there's a lot of fighters that's why so many southpaws are popping up, because the coaches.
And you're not
know.
mentioning him. I know you don't mean Wally Moses, because I know people.
No, not at all.
Because I know people go and look at him and be like, who's he talking about? Who's he talking about? So I just want to
clear that. Coaches, man, they go by these mitts and think they're coaches, and you gotta understand the sport. That's why so many southpaws are popping up, because the coaches don't know what the hell they're doing.
He also made a bold prediction for Tank's future fights. Ellis didn't hesitate to make a shocking $5,000 bet that Shakur won't last the 12 rounds against Tank.
say
I don't know who
they
he
just
fighting.
as good as
I don't know
them.
who he's fighting, but his next 4 opponents get knocked out. Whatever order they come in, I don't know who it is, but they all getting slayed.
Nice.
Played.
And I'm gonna bet $1 million with anybody that they won't go the distance.
Oh yeah, I ain't got no $1 million, but I bet you every dollar he don't knock Shakur out.
Shit.
I bet you that. I bet you that. I bet you he don't knock Shakur out. I bet you whatever you want to bet, whatever. I ain't got a lot of money, but I'm telling you, me and you, coach, that's easy money for me. That's easy money for me.
Man,
that's easy money for me.
Hold on, I can't say we're gonna sit ringside because I'll be working the corner, but we're gonna make hold up. We're gonna make the bet on live. The next day of the fight, we're gonna bet. We're gonna bet. Yeah. It ain't gonna see 12 rounds.
Damn. Yo, so is this clear? When this the hype right now, is this real right here? You know what I mean? Bernie about
see 12 rounds.
Bernie about to bet $1 million he don't got, right? You feel me? And Coach Kenny right now, he's about to accept the bet. Right now, we say it right now, Mill City Boxing, $1 million bet.
$1 million
versus Gervonta Davis.
$1 million bet. It won't see 12 rounds.
So, coach,
IOUs too, right?
But coach, listen. I don't have $1 million. So if I win, you still gonna give me the bill.
Look, I'm going to get this man. What? I'm gonna bet you $10 the fight don't go 12 rounds.
How much? 10?
Yeah, we bet 10 grand.
Oh, 10 grand? Okay.
10 bands.
Okay. No, let's make it 5. I ain't got no money. I'm broke. Let's bet 5.
All right, 5.
That's 5.
5 bands.
Let's bet
5.
All right.
It also appears that Shakur is terrified of Tank. He recently watched the leaked sparring tape between Tank and Devin Haney and appeared stunned. Claiming he had never suffered such harsh treatment in training. Tank responded to his post by saying he would know what's up, meaning that if there was a fight, he would be treated equally. Tank's response revealed his readiness to scare opponents in order to warn them about what to expect if they encountered him. Other boxers who have experienced and fought the two in the past also shared their thoughts and predictions on this fight. Let's have a look at what they had to say.
Of course, your hometown guy, Gervonta Davis. I think negotiations fell out with him and Lomachenko, but you got Shakur Stevenson sitting there. What does that fight look like and who wins?
Gervonta Tank Davis by TKO or KO. I mean, I love both of those guys. You know, I love the style of Shakur. Even though everybody's trying to say born, I love the style of Shakur. He's a great boxer, but Tank is a killer. I seen him in the gym sparring, going crazy. I seen Shakur too, but I seen really Tank a lot more times than I seen Shakur, and I got Tank winning by TKO or KO.
What's the biggest difference between the two? They both IQs, great boxers. Like, what separates them?
I think the thing that's different is I feel like they both comfortable, but Tank is more comfortable on the front foot rather than the back foot. You know, and a person like Shakur, he's not gonna try to walk you down. Tank's gonna take more chances, and with more chances come with more rewards.
Now, both of them normally have the southpaw advantage. Southpaw versus southpaw. Does a fight break out early, and that's how Tank gets them, or is it Tank with the systematic breakdown?
Tank with a systematic breakdown. Shakur will never allow any fight to be a big fight early. He always is technical. That's one thing. That's why I say I love Shakur style too. Because he's very technical. He works off his jab. His defense is impeccable. You can barely hit him. But I think is when he hits you, how you gonna react?
Shakur is the best. To me, he's better than Tank. He's better than Devin. He's better than Ryan. He's better than Tiafimo. When it comes to those weight classes, Shakur to me is the best. He is me. I tell him all the time, you ain't gotta prove nothing to them fucking casuals. Ain't never laced up. And you think Shakur gotta prove something to you. You sound stupid. Go glove up first. I done seen that boy do some miraculous things inside of a gym. Beat guys up from his weight class all the way up to 178.
Because you know the big one, they want, Shakur and Tank. That's the one everybody talking about. That's the one they want. Tank
is be mad at me, boy. And that lead up.
You gonna go crazy and that?
You're gonna be calling me ugly for real then?
Do you think that's a 50-50?
I'm not gonna ever dismiss a fighter. I think that Tank got some great skills and got some heart. punches. Like, he's so explosive, but so is Shakur. Shakur has, to me, faced harder challenges than Tank.
Rumored Gervonta Davis could be facing Shakur Stevenson. Hopefully it gets made. What you think of that fight?
That's a good fight. I feel like, Tank is going to be Tank. I think Tank is going to come out victorious. Shakur is a great fighter himself, but I don't see him beating Tank.
Now you're a boxer puncher. Is that the separation of the two? Him being able to hurt him with any shot?
Yeah, I feel like Tank, people they don't know that Tank can box if he want to, but I feel like nobody brought that out of him, and I feel like as each fight get on, somebody's going to keep, like a Shakur Stevenson might bring that out of him. Like, he's a boxer, but he's a puncher. Any shot that he can land on Shakur can put Shakur out. So it could be an early night, but I know I'm waiting for that fight. I can't wait. I hope it is true. I want to see that fight.
We're talking about Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson. Could possibly happen next.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts about that?
They're both great fighters. Shakur get a lot of hate, but honestly, all you're supposed to really do is win the fight. But when it comes to him and Tank, I'm definitely leaning towards Tank. You know what I'm saying? I think
is that the puncher bias?
That's the puncher bias, man. I'm a puncher myself. I'm getting my boxing skills together too, but as a puncher, I'm gonna go with the puncher for sure.
How does he win that fight?
I go. Yeah, it's gonna take some time. I'd say probably 10th or 11th.
Now, it's gonna be a systematic breakdown? Is the fight gonna be competitive up until that?
I think so. I think you'll see early on a boxing match. Both of them, a lot of people like to focus on Tank's power, but he's a good boxer too. So I think early on you're gonna see a boxing match. Shakur kind of try to keep away, but I don't think you can keep away from that power for 12 rounds.
What are your thoughts on the criticism Shakur Stevenson has been receiving because of his boxing style?
Man, I'm a believer in this, man. Until you've been in that ring and experienced things and know certain situations, I think that you should really know what it's like to be in those situations. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, maybe he might want to assert himself, but the opponent's in there to survive. So if the opponent's in there to survive, you can't make a guy do something he don't want to do. Then, on the other hand, you get it where whenever the guy makes a move, Shakur counters him, or is able to hit him with something, the guy don't want to punch. So the guy goes into survival mode, and then what happens then?
What's your prediction for Shakur versus Tank?
Oh, this is my prediction. That's the fight boxing needs. That's all I'm going to leave it at that. That's the fight that should be made. Tank, Shakur. Not Tank Lomachenko, not Tank Haney, not Tank, Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, is the fight that should be made for boxing right now.
What's your thoughts on the boxing public saying that Shakur is boring and that his style is not the most sellable style? What are your thoughts on that?
My comment on that is a lot of people don't understand the art and science of boxing. You know what I mean? Those who really know what boxing is about would compliment Shakur on his style and not being able to be hit and not get hit. You know what I mean? That's a sweet science of boxing. But those that's naive or those that don't understand the depth of boxing, then you know what I mean? They got the right to have an opinion. So it is what it is.
Last question before we go. Have y'all got Team Shakur, Team Stevenson, have y'all got any word, any type of offer from Team Tank Davis to make this Gervonta Davis fight happen?
Yeah,
that's what the world they waiting for. They waiting for that sweet science and that gorilla.
We're waiting on that too. But as of now, ain't nothing happening with that, concrete, but everything is a possibility. And I look forward to that day coming as well as all these other days. So up until then, we're going to accept what's before us and keep it moving.
I appreciate it. The boxing world is also eager to see this fight take place. Boxing icon Tim Bradley recently shared his thoughts on Shakur fighting Tank and had some valuable advice for the WBC champion. Bradley has always been a fan of Shakur and always picked him over Tank.
So the next fight I want to see Shakur in, man, is a big fight. I don't know
anything in their two most recent fights, couple weeks apart, Shakur and Tank, did it change your assessment about that fight at all? You've always picked Shakur.
However, in his latest interview, he stated that Tank could defeat Shakur. He pointed out that Shakur's lack of a counterpunching strategy could allow Tank to take advantage of him.
I don't know if this was done purposely, but this is my theory. So southpaws, they're used to fighting orthodox fighters, and they're used to moving their head when they do slip counters. They're used to moving their head out of the way a certain way, right? To avoid the right hand. So over the years, you get accustomed to doing that because you fight predominantly orthodox fighters. All right. So then when you face a southpaw, if you move that way, you move into the hand of their left hand, the backhand. So if you don't create that habit by creating those slip counters to that side, then you don't have to worry about being your head being placed on that slot to be hit with that left hand. The left hand is what I'm not worried about with Tank. The left hand I'm not worried about with Tank. It's the right hook I'm worried about. I'm worried about the right hook coming from Tank with Shakur. That's what I'm worried about. The right hook, not the straight left hand.
The boxing world doesn't rule out Shakur Stevenson. Almost everyone rates him as an amazing fighter. However, his upcoming fight with Tank, who happens to be the most exciting attacker in boxing right now, could be a tough one for his career. But then again, Shakur is the best defensive fighter in the lightweight division, which could make for an exciting fight. But we'd love to hear your thoughts on this fight. Who wins in this epic battle of attack versus defense? Let us know in the comments. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.